Good evening, guys. Welcome to this live stream. Edit like a pro. I think it's episode 96 probably. We've done almost 100. We're about to hit 100 streams. You don't know how excited I am about this. We have a set of images to edit. In the meantime, share this link with fellow creatives, people you would like to come and learn with us. I'll also set up a few things and then I'll be back. Enjoy the music also. In like 5 minutes, we begin.
Pro Stanley Mitch. Do you want me to make this short and punchy like you, or a full promotional anthem that could run for a few minutes? Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal the show. From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play button, let the magic flow. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise, just flip that switch. Transition smooth, effects on point. Every clip lined up, frame by frame we join. Your story's alive, it's a perfect pitch. All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise, just flip that switch. Lights, camera, edit, the future's rich. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Do you want me to make this short and punchy like a YouTube jingle, or a full promotional anthem that could run for a few minutes? Cut, trim, color, make the vision glow. Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal the show. From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play button, let the magic flow. Just flip that switch. Transition smooth, effects on point. Every clip lined up, frame by frame we join. Your story's alive, it's a perfect pitch. All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise, just flip that switch. Lights, camera, edit, the future's rich. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Do you want me to make this short and punchy like you? Or a full promotional anthem that could run for a few minutes? Cut, trim, color, make the vision glow. Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal the show. From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play button, let the magic flow. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise, just flip that switch. Transition smooth, effects on point. Every clip lined up, frame by frame we join. Your story's alive, it's a perfect pitch. All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise, just flip that switch. Lights, camera, edit, the future's rich. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Do you want me to make this short and punchy like a YouTube jingle? Or a full promotional anthem that could run for a few minutes? Cut, trim, color, make the vision glow. Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal the show. From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play button, let the magic flow. Just flip that switch. Transition smooth, effects on point. Every clip lined up, frame by frame we join. Your story's alive, it's a perfect pitch. All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Like a pro with Stanley Mitch. color, make the vision glow. Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal the show. From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play button, let the magic flow. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise, just flip that switch. Transition smooth, effects on point. Every clip lined up, frame by frame we join. Your story's alive, it's a perfect pitch. All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise, just flip that switch. Lights, camera, edit, the future's rich. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Do you want me to make this short and punchy like a YouTube jingle? Or a full promotional anthem that could run for a few minutes?
Alright guys, I'm back. Now I'm finished setting up some few things. If you're here and you have not subscribed yet, show some support. Hit subscribe. Let us grow this community so that we can all learn together. If you have questions, you can send them to me via the comment section, via a like. That also is a message to say I like what you're doing here. And also you can pick the number from the video, from this video's title, and inbox me via WhatsApp, and I'll answer you from there. Right, let's begin. We have 5 images to edit, and maybe we can do a few others if I still have the energy to do that. From what you can see on my screen, it is 12:25 a.m. in Nairobi, Kenya. So maybe by the time you're done with this, it will be about 2 in the morning. Push this up slightly. Yeah, that's better. Maybe it will be 2 in the morning by the time you're done. So if I still have energy, we'll do another live if I want. Then we'll take a break and do the rest tomorrow morning. So let's begin. Our first image is 94:25. 94:25. The one is 94:44. We're going to import all of them.
Do you want me to make this short and punchy like a
94:44.
or a full promotional anthem that could run for a few
93.
minutes?
94. 93. 94. That's a whole different set. 93, 98. 93, 98. Open the Photoshop. And lastly, 93, 92.
Steal the show. From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play button, let the magic flow. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to
All done. Let's begin. Now with this image, first establishment is that the highlights are very bright. So we are going to bring them slightly low. Just pull down the highlights also the whites, then pull down the contrast. That will make it slightly flat, but then you're going to bring back the contrast differently by bringing down the black slider to make shadows a little deeper. The contrast moving way too low, so bring it up slightly. Yes, now that looks beautiful. And then we add increase the vibrance to a place where we are happy with what we have. The dress is greenish yellow, so we are going to do enough of it. We'll reduce its lighting. Fair, great. Then before I continue, if I click this line below here, you'll notice that I'm editing in Pro Photo RGB 16-bit color depth. I've sharpened it for screen. I've left everything here alone, not touched anything. Sharpened it for screen, high, the screen, and high, and then I've toggled open as object on. And when I do that, you'll notice that here it changes from open image to open object. It means whatever changes I make here, I can always revisit and change a few things. So I open it. Next time I'm doing this, we'll batch process things so that we begin to drop chunks of knowledge in what we're doing. This photo is great, but the white balance was too orange. It was too magenta, so we'll pull down the magenta slider like that, slightly high there. We leave it at that for now. Yes, leave it at that. Open.
Stanley Mitch.
Same to this. Now, to adjust this, we just don't repeat what we did. We just go, we click here. If you are using Photoshop, if you are using Camera Raw, Photoshop Camera Raw 17 point anything, the newest versions, there's going to be 3 dots. All these icons are going to be aligned down here to the left, and then there will be 3 dots. You click those, and then you'll find the previous settings, apply previous settings. But this one has previous conversations. So we click that, it does to this image exactly what it did to the previous one, and then we open it. Mostly, then you realize that how important it is for you to move the sliders correctly for your initial image so that the rest can follow suit. You can realize that I'm not doing anything new except adjusting very small things in different individual images where the exposure is different. And you will wonder, why is the exposure different yet the photos were shot in the same lighting under the same circumstances? I'll tell you why. The reason is the client is moving while they are posing. So sometimes they'll move slightly back towards the background, which is slightly further from these lights, and it's going to be darker on them because of what we call, because of the coincidental light and the inverse square law that light decays, loses power as it travels across an atmosphere. So the farther away she is from light, the darker is she likely to become, and the closer she is to one light, even if she moves to the left, she'll be brighter on the left than she is on the right. Even when I've not changed my lighting, when she moves, the lighting changes. Up to that point, you've understood the drill. We are done with camera raw. They say camera raw, camera raw, camera raw. Oh my goodness, it means too much. Right. We're done with camera raw. We're not going to do much. with these images, but let's see the best we can do. Let's first establish what you're going to edit. So I'll create a new layer, pick a brush, make everything hard, a small size, and then pick a color that you can see, like luminous green. I like that color. I like how it pops when I'm doing my things. Now, there are all things, all these scratches and dirt on the wall that requires some cleanup. All this requires cleanup. The background itself, hey, I've become good at painting. There's a time I couldn't even write that B correctly in Photoshop by So you're going to address the background, number one. So let's write those here. Without even typing, now I'm very excited about the fact that I can paint. Oh my goodness. The excitement levels. The background is number one. Number two, the subject. Let's zoom in. You realize that she has a lot of pimples, rashes, black spots on her skin. You're going to also address that. So number two here, we'll call it retouch. And then number three, the background here involves manipulation and smoothing. And retouch requires, this is skin. I like how much on the mouse. Do better if I was using my camera. But I tried that thing and well, I wasn't cut for it. It was very difficult to work with. Right, and number three, let's see what else requires editing. Nothing really. The rest will be what we'll call content aware. Content. See how nice. I'm excited. Right. Content aware. So we do all those things and we'll be done. But then even this falls here on the background. So literally we are doing like two steps. Just the subject and the background. If there is anything else that you are likely to do, we'll be smoothing this dress that she's wearing, or just leave it the way it is. So let's begin. So I delete that new layer, make a copy. That's where everything begins. And all my edits. Many other times it starts elsewhere, but it must also come back to that because I never ever edit the background image. I always keep a copy just in case I make a mistake, which I do a lot of times. So I'll use polygonal lasso tool. It is found within the lasso tools. Tool number 2, you long click it and drag to the right. You find polygonal lasso tool and then I'll select the part of the background that I would like to fill with content aware fill. I even have dead cat, but I can still hear my breaths. My microphone could be very close and I'm hearing things like pardon me for that. I like microphones close to me. When I put them far away, I hear I cause field distance, room reverbs, and I dislike those. And then my fan, the fan to this computer is also very loud because the graphics card is not one of the greatest. Like now it's making noise. I hope you can hear it. That kind of noise is very loud.
Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal.
Now, if I'm away from the microphone, you're likely to hear that noise more. Like if I'm here, you'll hear that noise more than you can hear me. So just bear with the breath. Over time, I'll afford better microphones with sound cards. And you will love the audio. Even this audio is great. It's just that I'll merge down. It's just that I can hear my breaths. I'll try it again to smoothen out this area. See how much it can do. Now that is good enough for status.
Transition smooth, effects on point.
Sometimes you do not know how to edit. Not because you can't edit, but because you don't have an idea of what to do. For instance, if you had a photo like this and you don't know how to edit it, what would you rather do? I'll tell you what I do or what I would rather do. Two things. One, I could open my browser, go to Instagram, see what other photographers have done. I just need to, if I see a photographer that has done anything, I'll open their profiles, scroll down and see whether there is a concept they have done that I could make use of. I know this girl. She speaks Kikuyu yet she lives in America. I think she's a Kikuyu Black American. Let's see what is there we could do. Now I can see a reflection, and maybe we'll employ that in one of our edits. Just want one thing that will show you the idea. This lighting is beautiful. Love it. Looks like it's a window that is slightly opened, and the light goes through it and strikes her face or some stuff. It could be a snoot. It's more likely to be a snoot than a door, but that is the kind of light it creates. Right? I cannot see much. It doesn't manipulate images, backgrounds. So let's keep looking for any other that does edits. These ones don't. So let's keep scrolling. We are all here to learn. You'll think, isn't this copying, stealing, whatever? No, it's inspiring. You just want something that will, oh my goodness, you just want something that will ring in your eyes, that you'll see on your eyes, and it clicks that this is beautiful, I would love to do that. Then you create something similar to that. I like this background a lot. I'll take a screenshot of it, but I'm not going to use it for this image though, but for another set of images for kids. This is beautiful too. Now, like this one, now I like this image because it has dimension, a corner, and stuff happening. I remember I have a background like that, so I'll go get that background. You see, I just needed that for just the inspiration. Go get that background that has a corner, and then blend it. See how it looks. Now I have an idea of what I want to do. Do you see that? Now everything else I'll create will rotate around this concept, right? So let's fit it right. I just want this white wall to start right above that floor line there. Let's make it larger because we want it to fit there. Very nice. Now click. Already we have gotten the idea we were looking for, right? So let's go for another blend mode that blends that background better with the photo. I think there's no other, just multiply, maybe just less, multiply, like that. Now we need to select the subject, so go quick select tool, which is tool number 4, and then select subject. If you're using any Photoshop after 2018, I still wonder why you're using Photoshop that are any older than 2020, because 2020 is very stable for most systems. But if you're using any between 2018 and above, you're going to have select subject up here. Then when it doesn't do a good job, you can always come and correct that, or use what you use every time, the check layer. And I'm not going to adjust anything so that I show you how to use the check layer. I'm going to use the solid color check layer in luminous green. If it doesn't show luminous green, the color will be here. You just pick luminous green. It will always look like that. There is a reason I'm using luminous green. It doesn't mean that it's always the ideal color to use, but I use it because most of my photos don't have luminous green, but it's the kind of color that will show me parts of the subject that should have been included that were not. So I'm going to paint them in using a hard brush. When I say hard, I mean 100% hardness, 1% flow, 100% opacity, fill, everything 100%. And then I'm going to paint those areas that are part of the subject that select subject left out. If you're using newer versions of Photoshop, this would have happened. You would have gotten better results. But of course my computer cannot run newer versions of Photoshop. The desktop I'm editing with. I edit with a desktop, not a laptop. My laptop can run that, but it has only one screen. I'm so accustomed to more than one screen, so that I can also have other monitoring spirits. By monitoring spirits, I mean I have browsers in other screens checking the progress of my live. So if it cuts out, it hangs or anything, I'll notice. But then if I'm using one small screen, I want to save my photos off screen, so that I do not expose clients' information or names or stuff like that. Still, I cannot do that with one singular laptop screen, unless I just want to use an empty new. Then why use one screen when you can have 3 or 4 screens? Why use one when you can use 2? Right. So mostly, yes, that's why. I'm going around the image. This is not being petty. There are people who say every time you pay attention to something, they say that is nitpicking, that is pixel peeping. You're being petty. This is not pettiness. This is paying attention. The devil is always in the details. Do not allow the devil to attack
Stanley Mitch will
by telling you
teach you
that
how to steal the
paying
show.
attention to details is being nitpicking. And even if it is good for your images. Whatever the name someone wants to call it. They say you're being petty. You don't need that part of the ear. You could just go ahead and smoothen the background. It's a good opinion, but it's not beneficial to my photography output. Now I'm done with one way, so I'll invert this mask. I'll select the mask and press Ctrl and I on my keyboard, or double click the mask and click invert. That would do the same. Now I'm going to go back to just check, was there anything that is supposed to be part of the background that was included together with the subject, like this part. So I'm going to continue painting, still with white on those areas, to include them together with the background. Remember to include the shadow in the background. The shadow should be included together with the background. The subject should be independent of that shadow. So that they are smoothened, the shadow is smoothened together with the background when you run the Brian Moss background cleanup. I've said it 1,000 times. I'm going to do a video on how to manually clean a background without using an action. Still bear with me. I have a lot of client work to do. Even what I'm doing is client work. If I was to wait until I have finished client work to finally do a live teaching a thing or two, that might take months. Like it took me years to ever start these live streams, hoping one day I would, so I decided to begin with whatever I'm doing. So while I'm working and making money and satisfying my client, I'm also bringing you along and you will learn a thing or two. But once the bunch of work subsides, or I get a studio assistant, then I'm going to do few more pre-recorded videos, teaching you a few things in isolation, like cleaning tears from a baby's eyes, cleaning up mucus and saliva from a baby's mouth, because sometimes you shoot a very beautiful photo, the baby is not crying but had just cried, so they have that on, they have the tears on their eyes. So I'll show you how to clean those ones. Sometimes the soles of clients' shoes are dirty, so I'll teach you how to clean those ones too. I have so much to teach us, but before that, you will learn as I clean clients' shoes in the videos that I'll be doing, in the live streams that I'll be doing. I'm still going around the image, nitpicking and being petty about pixels, because it's very necessary to give me the best output I can ever have. I'm including, together with the background, everything that should be included together with the background. I'm conversantly, when need be, changing between black and white, to paint with white in areas where I need things like that, so I'd use white to paint it in, and black to take it away from areas I don't need anything. Yes, I'm also changing the size of the brush. You just right click and then you'll find size here and change. Like for instance, now I need black to take it away from this part of the collar. Yes. The cleaner your selections, the better the output you are going to get from your works. The house is as good as its foundation. This is the foundation of any good editing and manipulation. I do not know whether manipulation is included together with editing or rather separately, or editing. Yeah, I think it's included together with editing, because retouching is separate for skin. I still wonder why that word is retouch. Because it means you are touching it the second time. So when was the first time when you touched? Doesn't make grammatical sense, but for conventional language, when you're editing the skin, we call it retouching, even when I don't remember when you first touched. But now that I'm thinking about it, maybe the first touch is when the makeup artist does the face lazily, because that's the essence of retouching, of making up a face with makeup, whereas the face is less of a problem than the hands, which have even burn marks maybe. Makeup is supposed to hide some things, so you left the hands alone and the neck for us to bother with. So what did you do with the face? And if we are supposed to do the hands, then why did you do the face? You are leaving the hands for us, the thighs, if she does a shot. You are leaving the hands. There is more skin left for us editors to edit. to retouch after an editor has touched it, so to speak. So you wonder if I'm still supposed to be the one that edits the thighs and smoothen those because your makeup couldn't. What was the essence of doing the face in the first place? Shouldn't you have left that alone, and then I take that money? Today I begin to consider that in my packages. I tell someone, you can do makeup or I can edit it myself, but you'll give me the money for the makeup. Is your makeup ready? Is your makeup artist around? No, but you could pay us and then we'll edit that in Photoshop, so that we do it together with the thighs and the feet and everything else. Because we still retouch those thighs with their dimples. We still retouch those hands. We still do the neck, the one that a makeup artist doesn't touch. Yet they receive more money than us sometimes. You could be paid for 5 images. Let's say you charge how much? 200. I can see patches here. Remember what I've said in most of our streams, that when you see a problem, you address it there and then. You might leave it thinking you'll come back to it, then you forget. So I'll make a copy, use patch tool, select that area, say I want this area to be replaced by an area down here. That's what patch tool does. So it will replace it. What was I saying? I've forgotten. Okay. Let's say you charge 1,000. You charge 200 per photo, and they paid you for 5 images. The makeup artist charges 1,500. So they were paid more than you and touched a part of skin that is less than what you will be editing. Then you take your 2 hours shooting, or maybe an hour, let's call it an hour, just so that you don't feel like you're overworked. Then you select, you use another 1 hour selecting, those are 2 hours. Then you use other 3 hours editing, those are 5 hours. And you get less than a makeup artist who just did a face. Now, when you are still at that, let's retouch the skin. I've noticed I don't like it now, so I'll make a copy for the skin. I keep making copies, then I match them down later. So we'll use the same tool, spot healing brush tool, and click those pimples away. By the way, I've used a new tactic, the dust and freckles. Let's make a copy. Try that. Try noise, see whether that thing will, dust and scratches can smoothen the skin. It works very good for the skin, for the clothes, when they have some inconsistencies. So I wonder, can it work for the skin? No. Sadly, it's not. So let's continue clicking away. You're not forbidden from experimenting. When you use one skill on something and it works, try it on a few other areas. If you whiten teeth using a certain tactic, try the same tactic to whiten the eyes, the teeth, maybe the shoes, whatever else that is white. See whether the same tactic can be applied across the board. So I'm clicking away. So think about it. A makeup artist will come at your studio and make up the face of your client at 1,500 for about 45 to 1 hour and do only the face. It's your business to post that client. Show her where to place her hands, where to place, how to turn her face, the expressions to show different things. Where to put her legs, the mood, which clothes to combine with which shoes don't go with which fashion. You're the one using electricity. Even your own makeup artist, the one that came, used your electricity to make up your client. They used your space, the one you pay rent for. The makeup artist didn't. This is not an agitation against makeup artists, lest you misunderstand me. All I am saying is, sometimes I do not understand the meaning of makeup when it is trying to beautify just a face that is already beautiful in most cases, and leaving out the neck that has very many inconsistencies. Maybe it even has bad marks, and they don't touch those. They leave that for you and edit. They don't do anything for the tattoos. Then the client begin to tell you, I put this tattoo before I got saved. No, I don't want it to show. What can we do? Can you remove this? Can you remove that? I don't like these dimples on my hands. Don't like these dimples on my thighs. Can you edit this? Can you edit that? Can you take this part of the skin away? Can you whiten those eyes? Macho zangu zimenyanya. Even the makeup artist doesn't whiten eyes. Should like plan the cosmetic industry should bring us like eyedroppers that whiten eyes. So a client comes and pays like 200. You hit them with 2 drops. The eyes are white for the shoot at least. I've seen actors doing eye drops to keep their eyes white. Maybe that's something we should consider. So if somebody comes with macho zimenyanya, with red eyes, the sclera is red because of either lack of sleep or just blood veins and capillaries. Whatever the reason, when you are telling them about the package, you also mention that. Very soon, I'm going to introduce corsets at my studio. You don't like your tummy? No problems. Wear my corset at 300 for the whole shoot. That is an extra source of income. If I have like 10 corsets of different shapes and sizes, it's going to deal with that tummy problem and take away the need for liquefy. Many times I liquefy stomach, I cannot tell you how many they are way too many. I know you're thinking the green is beautiful, but you could even sample this green here. It's not even green, it's yellow. And then change this to color. Then she will float within the same. The photo will be monotonish, right? Then we put this on. This is an idea. Put it in a group and copy this mask up by holding down on Alt. Drag it up like that. Now you see, we have a monotone. But then, because the background shouldn't look like the model, just darken it up slightly and move it slightly towards the green. Like that. Very nice. But this is not what we are creating though. It's just an idea. So let's take it back to normal. And then I'm just scrolling down to see whether there is anything that I need to take care of. Nothing. Everything is taken care of. Now I'll switch it off momentarily. Invert this selection. Then activate it by pressing down on control and double clicking it. And then taking it away from the top. Before I do that, let's make a copy and show you why I have to separate it. If I run Brian Umos background smoothening cleanup, you see the white runs into the gray runs into the white. Some parts are left here. Even if I bring it down, it doesn't unify everything. And I want a clean horizon. So for that reason, then let me undo a few steps. Like that. So I'm going to take it away from the floor first and smoothen the wall with a plus. Sorry. smoothen the wall like that. The subject plus the floor are selected, but the wall isn't. Then at that, now I run the Brian Umos background cleaner. If you want this action, you can get it from Brian Umos YouTube channel. Well, at that, watch a few of his videos. I did not just get that, I also learned from him. He's a very great contributor to this editing fraternity. Now the background is very clean. No, the floor, the background, the wall is much clean, and the horizon is still clean. So we'll load that selection again, pressing down on Control and double clicking on that mask, and then take it away from the wall so that the wall is not selected, but part of the feet and the floor, like that. Then again run that Brian Umos action. You remember the things we wrote down. We said we need to deal with the background, all those dust and particles on the floor, and so on. So we are going to zoom in and check how much of those dust and particles were taken away by the action. If anything was left out, then we are going to the amount of noise I just need to. Then whatever was left behind, you're going to take care of that. If anything.
Let the magic flow.
Yes, most things you are worried about are already taken care of. So let's put on the background group, see whether it makes the photo better or otherwise. Do you think it makes the photo better? Yes, you can see its opacity still, but it stops completely with her. It looks nice, but for this image it doesn't work best. So we'll use something else that is simple, that looks elegant. Blend mode, then reduce opacity for that. Yeah, this is very pretty. And then we add there's a guy called Carson, a very old guy that shoots semi-nude models on and sometimes nude on YouTube. He likes that word, very pretty. Every time he takes a photo, he says very pretty. In case you like to see what he shoots, and he shoots in black and white, and he uses a camera called Hasselblad. That's the only camera company that can make a $500,000 worth camera that can only take photos, doesn't even have video in it. Right. Now that photo is very pretty. I'm so impressed. Let's see whether if we turn this color on, the one we said we are going to add, and turn it to color, whether it will make it blend better. No, what is the opposite of yellow on the color wheel? So let's go to color wheel. Yellow, the opposite of it is blue. So let's try blue and cyans. Blue and cyans. Perfect. Now this is a complementary color, the color right opposite the color that we are editing against. That one makes it this is like teal orange result. You see, let's make it bluer. You see, blue doesn't look great, but cyan does. Alright, so we'll leave it at that. Now, this photo has been edited in two ways. One, we have smoothened the background, and two, we have redefined the color palette of the image. Because initially it was this, which someone could have been happy with, regardless of who that person is. I don't know who that is. But then when you use this, now it gives you a whole new dimension. It opens a whole new dimensions of photography because it changes the color scheme, the color harmonies of the image, so that even if I did not shoot it that way, then we end up with that result. Now, someone might be wondering, if I did that with any other background, would it work? No. It works best with gray because gray has no color on it. It's just 50%. It is the middle way where there is no tones or shades. So if you have intentions of changing the color of a background using the color blend mode later in post, actually I also noticed that subtract, this one also colors the background very beautifully, because then it will subtract that color and give you another version, and then you can go in and scroll through to see what other versions your Photoshop will come up with. We are here to learn, right? So I also so every time it subtracts that color, which is magenta, from the color that was there, which was gray with some levels of redness and yellowness, then this is the result you get. So if you have intentions of doing this later in post, my proposal is do that on a gray background. Shoot it on a gray background. I pray thee. Now, if you shoot on a gray background and the gray background does not show up as gray, I have color lookup table that makes gray. Let me show you that. So somewhere on my color lookup tables, I have one that starts with let's scroll it. You see, it makes gray. The gray that wasn't gray goes gray. Let's take away the background so that you see it makes it grayer. Let's scroll further. I have a few others. There's another one that will still make it much grayer. This one. This is number 4 on the Milots LUTs. These Milots LUTs are also given free on the internet. In the Milots YouTube channel. Milots are very great with wraps photography on their Instagram. You can check them out. They also gave this set of color lookup tables. Now that makes it gray, but you will wonder why is it on the face. It's because you haven't copied the mask. So I'll hold down on Alt and bring the mask down. Okay, replace. Now you see the background that wasn't gray is now gray. We could up to that point. Now we add this one. Now that takes away every inconsistency that there could be. If we just needed to leave it gray, we could leave it there. So for someone who wanted to leave it gray, they can, but I don't want it gray. You see the difference it makes? Yes. So that, and then this. So you could keep it as that. You could also take it to color and bring this back to cyan, the color we picked earlier. And you realize that it blends very well against the dress code that the woman is wearing. This is all from the beauty of good selection. Nice. Next step, eyes. So we go back to the layer, the last layer that is the topmost, that has the subject, and you're going to do whitening of the eyes. So there are many ways of doing it, so let's use one of the ways today. Black and white, adjustment layer. Just that makes everything black and white. And then
with Stanley Mitch,
we put it in a group or press Control J, Control and J on your keyboard, and then copy this mask down and then invert it on this mask so that it's on the subject alone, and then invert this white mask and then come back to the eyes and paint it. This one will take away any other shade of any other color in your photo. But you realize quickly some areas when their color is taken away or that shade is taken away, it becomes gray than white. And that shouldn't worry you because I'll teach you how to deal with it. The song I'm singing is called The God Who Sees. If you've ever listened to any gospel song that you thought was a good song, you've not heard any other. You've not even heard a good song yet. You haven't heard this one. The song is old, it has 10 million views in 10 years. 1 million for each year. If you are a single mother, listen to this song. If you have a sister who is a single mother, let them listen to this song. If you have a mother that brought you up alone, this is their song. It's a gospel song that also is a very strong for single mothers. Now, about the grayness, we've dealt with it before. We're just going to add a selective color, neutrals, and then move sliders until let's clip it. Then move sliders until the grayness is, you see, the grayness goes away. And we have more whites than grey and magenta. And just like that, now the eyes are white. I will build the hedge of fire around you. Now it's good, except that it is too much. So we are going to reduce its opacity to about 70. Now you see, photographers, we have more work than makeup artists, yet in some cases they take more money than us. Even the people that sell clothes. We shoot a photo that will last forever, but clothes will also wear out and leave our photos. Yet they buy clothes more expensively. They'll buy a 2,500 worth shoe and want to pay you peanuts. That's why you should be more serious with your pricing. Now, I want to smoothen the skin further, so I'll use the Shazam Auto Retouch. This action is given free from Shazam Creators Channel on YouTube. You can get it for free. Or from me, you can come to me and ask for it. I'll give it free. I never bought it. I wouldn't sell you something I never bought. Or went through a hassle to get it. When you're picking the tone, you ensure that it is the smoothest without texture. And when you're picking texture, you ensure it is the finest so that it doesn't look like she has grains of rice on her face. I will build a hedge of fire around you. You can hear the sound of my computer. If I move further away, you can hear. Now my voice is not even as clear as that fan. Is the reason I prefer intimate microphones, or rather microphones closest to my mouth. Now you see all this grain. That's the one I'm saying. You reduce it to a very small amount. You see, this girl had no makeup on her face, but I could make her smooth. If I could do this, then why do we need makeup artists taking more money? We should take the money for the makeup together with the money for the photography. Then we get to work. Then we have more in our M-Pesas. If you find a way of selling your a concept like that to a model or a client and they agree, please, by all means, we are out here for business. See to it that you bank the most, because again you're the one doing the most. People underestimate photography a lot because they think it's just pointing a camera and clicking. But they do have a camera in their phones, in the iPhone 16s. But they still book sessions with us. It means it's not just a camera. Except that they wouldn't like to admit it. It's not just pointing and clicking. They even have ring lights in their houses.
Let the magic flow.
And their houses' living rooms are prettier than some Airbnbs being marketed online. But they still come to us because we can do more than that. right? Now the photo is ready. For what a photo is like, is supposed to be done. The photo is ready completely. If I think she's very bright and I would like to make it her dark, then I'll just need another color lookup called extreme, is it exclusive melanin? It's in the E's. I have a lot of color lookup tables like that, and it will darken her skin. Then I'll come back and print it in on skin only stuff, take it away from the roots. That's what I'm saying. It's very good for the skin, you'll notice. But that's not my worry as at now. So I will not even roll it here. So I'll just add the branding, export the image, then we do another one. I hope you've learned a few tricks here and there. Let's see whether there is pixelation on the background that we used. Yes, there is. These artifacts. So we are going to blur that up. 8 pixels. Blur, Gaussian blur, 8. And it's going to be smooth without artifacts. Just like that, we are done. Now we go get the branding. It's in one of the photos that I've already edited. The photo that I got it from is this one. This is the immediate live stream we just did. If you would like to see how we achieved this from a photo like this, you can always scroll down and watch it. It's on this channel. After this, just go watch that one. So the branding right there. Then I make it legible enough. I think white is more legible than black. Edge of fire around you. Should actually learn that song word for word. I don't know why it's not done in white. There is something not right about it. Your story's alive. It's a perfect pitch. All thanks to the guy. It's not even using a blend mode. So why is it not done in white? The computer had a hand. That's silly. So I don't want it to read like that. I just want it to blend in slightly. So I'll use color dodge or rather color band somewhere in that list, and it will blend in very well with whatever the background is. With Stanley Mitch, do you want me to make the short and punchy? Yeah, that looks better. Soft light. But it's part of the background. I export that image. It's ready. When I'm exporting, though I edited in Pro Photo RGB 16-bit color depth, I'll also ensure that I have converted it to sRGB. This is checked. Embed color profile. The sRGB is embedded, optimized, and 85% quality. That's very high, and then I'll be done. The image is beautiful. I'll export it. Let me copy the. Let's create a folder for it. I will build from beginners to masters. Watch your skills grow. Very nice. Now we go to the next image, which is this one. Let's do all greens. Let's do this one. There is a photo I saw on Pinterest where the background is torn. So we'll go to Pinterest. Let me show you how to get concepts. So we go to Pinterest. If you do not learn anything from this, you are not meant for me. I'm not your teacher, man. I'm teaching you what I do to make money. This should make you better. You should be making much more. by the time we are done learning here, you should become these things. Feed type think calendar editing somewhere. Just like that. I like this one. Use it as a mock-up to create a poster. So for now, we write calendar idea. Calendar concept, photography, concept. Let's see what we get. I saw one where a girl is popping. Let's write. Calendar doesn't seem to give me results. Let's write birthday, photography concept. Photography concept. This one, where she's walking away from a background that is torn. So I need this kind of background to try to make that similar edit in our photo. So I'll write tone background, tone backdrop. I already have it downloaded, but tone is not written like that. It's tone.
Your story's alive. It's a perfect pitch. All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the
You can see the concept, right? Yeah, that's where I'm going. So let's download it for reference. We are going to refer to it as we create whatever we are creating. Let's see what else is there we can download in the tone backdrop concept. For the tone background concept. I will build a hedge of fire around you. Hagar with a single mother. This is beautiful too. This is very similar to what we have downloaded. Let's use this one that has a hat, just for the sake of it. Perfect. Every time you see an idea, just use that one. What month is this? August, September. So from beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play button, let the magic flow. We need the calendar. Like a pro with Stanley Mitch, turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise, just flip that switch. September. Don't always have to create the exact, but transition smooth, something in the vicinity of that concept. Every clip lined up, frame what else about September could we use? Now we need the month, the calendar. So right calendar. This one. Something easy to perfect. How about the material I need? Now, first things first, I need to crop this image to something square, so 1 by 1. So that I have space to work with. A canvas, then I'll use the rectangular marquee tool to select around the image and then inverse it so that that way I'll have selected the background. So rectangular, start inside here like that. Then I've selected where the subject is. I want the opposite. So select inverse, make a copy. I told you it always goes back to it. Rasterize it, and then go to edit, content aware fill. Now the background will, the Photoshop will do its magic and get us a clean background, or rather fill that area with some material. The computer is very slow, it should have done that by now. Hit a like wherever you are.
Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to
Those likes will make this video reach many more people who will build our community better, because two are better than one.
every clip lined up.
Can you hear the fans? That's how poor my computer is. It's very loud.
It's a perfect pitch.
One of these fine days made by a military grade editing computer, like a gaming one. The one you click something, it just happens. I checked the price the other day, and it's about 235,000. I could not see the essence of investing all that money for just photos. Maybe when the business grows.
With Stanley Mitch.
And when I begin to shoot videos in 6 and 8K resolution. Because again, when you're improving your cameras, it comes with that need to improve your computers too. So before you improve your gear, consider that it's like a shoe and the shoe polish. Once you improve your gear, it's going to require new computer power to compute whatever resolution you have upgraded to. You're going to need more hard disks because 8K footage is very large. Yes, the canvas is added, so match down so that we have one large solid thing like that. Remember, we've not selected the background. Let's try the concept first, because why not? I am of the opinion of, instead of doing too much work and then realize you don't need it, always try it, see the outcome. If you decide to keep it, then continue, switch off the layers, then come back and use that. I will build a hedge of fire around you. Now I'm going to add welcome to September. See whether it will look any better. My month of bathing. The grammar sounds terrible, but the meaning is right. Then we change the blend mode of this one to multiply. If you take away the center piece by selecting this blue area, and then we add that mask to the layer above, it won't be legible. Now we need the inverse of that. If we do that, we cannot even read anything else, because then let's put this in a group. We'll need a space to show the client through, you see, and I'm changing it to blend mode to multiply so that we can see the subject. I'm trying to create the idea around the concept. The statement says he bought them for all, so he bought them for also with silver and gold, and there was none. Hey, let's make this one live. Let's make it normal so that we can read. And there was and there was not one feeble person among their tribes. Hey, that's sweet. Right, back to multiply. Let me not get carried away. Now you realize that we cannot now read welcome to September, but then from inside that, let's put this one in a group and then put the mask there so that we can move this independently. Or let me show you what independently means. Independently means we can resize this without changing the mask, or while it was still, the mask was still there, we disentangle the chain and now we can move this independently without changing the mask. Whichever that works for you, that will be an option, but I usually prefer the group so that if later I decide this is not what I want to use, I'll just switch it off and get something else. So let's try make the title either small and befitting or something. We're trying to create something that can be easily read. When I saw that photos, I was looking for posing ideas.
Stanley Mitch.
And I thought this one, I'm going to use it somewhere.
Or a full promotional anthem that could run for a few minutes.
Now that can be read as welcome to September. So we are going to keep just that part of that image. Then we go get the calendar, so we blend a few more things. I told you the reason why I prefer a group, right? Now we add the calendar again with the same blend mode.
Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal
Multiply, and then take away the top. Just select the centerpiece and add a mask. Like that. So that is welcome to September and the months. Also, I don't need it on the folds, so I take it away from the folds carefully. I need a black brush, take it away from the folds, because this is supposed to be, if you have torn something, this part that is showing is from the other side, the inside, the behind of this backdrop. So it cannot contain the words that are supposed to be on the front side, because who prints something forward and back at the same time? Because we're supposed to read from in front and behind. Even your own calendar is not printed both sides. So that's the concept we are trying to create here. But this folds from the other side. And that's why it's not allowed to have writings on that other side.
Do you want me to make this short and punchy like you? Or a full promotional anthem that could run for a few minutes?
I'll have learned this song. Next time I'm singing it, sing it like the guru that I am. You see, now that too tucks itself in that fold, and it belongs there much better. Alright, up to that point we've come a long way, haven't we? Next, you know why I've used this one? Because it has gray in the background, and that's what we need, and the gray is what we shot with, remember. Now if we resize this in any way, so that maybe this hand, this one of her hands is at one part of the background, the other one is also at the lower part of the background, so that she looks like she points like that. Then we just need to do select subject, and we have finished with the rough idea of what we want to create the background as. Then we shall revisit that, blur what we need to blur because of pixelation and all. Right. This ought to be in a group also. Take the mask up so that you can resize the man. Something is not right about this mask. Let's see what's wrong. Yeah, this part. All this area restricted.
With Stanley Mitch,
I think when we selected
the short and punchy like a YouTube jingle or a full promotional anthem that could run for a few minutes.
The inverse side are we going on, and then we paint. Alt click the mask. Just need this part to be white. So let's see whether you selected the right area. Yes, we have. So we bring it back first.
Cut, trim, color, make the vision.
We also don't need. We need to fill these areas, right? This
Stanley Mitch
and
will
this.
teach you how to steal the show.
Put on everything.
From beginners
Now we can resize this one.
masters,
Very well.
watch your skills grow.
It will show correctly the way it
Hit
should.
that play button, let the magic flow.
Then we move the other part up. I'll come to September.
Like a pro, it's Stanley
We're also going
Mitch. Turn every
to
frame
fill the
into
area
pure
above so
cinematic
that the pink
bliss.
extends,
From the timeline to the final
and also
stitch, you'll shine,
mask this
you'll
part
rise,
of
just
this
flip
fold.
that switch.
But for now, let's create the mask for the subject. So we switch off the group momentarily and select subject.
Transition smooth,
This one should do most of the job
effects
right
on
because
point. Every clip lined up,
the edges
frame
are
by
clean.
frame we
They are easy
join.
to see.
Your story's alive, it's a
Except the
perfect
part in here.
pitch. All thanks to the guy.
We had a solid, luminous, green check layer. We want to come around the image and get the areas where we didn't do a great job, so that we can do the great job ourselves. This luminous screen doesn't look great because the background is also bright, so let's make it dark. That's when we can see what we're doing. Fine. We need to paint on the mask with white. A hard brush. Fill those areas. Ensure also the flow and the opacity are at 100%.
Or a full promotional anthem.
If you cannot paint comfortably like this, you can add smoothing to 100 and also remember to remove it because it makes your brush slow. So when you're done, remember to take it back to 10%. But again, also keep practicing because the more you practice, the more you can do this with ease. I'm reducing the size of the brush conversantly so that it fits in within those areas where I need it to fit. I need to explain something. There are times I do live streams during the day, and on those ones I do not speak on the microphone explaining what I am doing. Mostly this is the reason. During the day I get interrupted a lot by clients coming into work to do inquiries. I receive many calls by clients making bookings for the shoots we later edit in our streams. And because I don't want to excuse myself every 10 minutes, when something happens or somebody knocks my door or when a call rings, I know what I'm doing in that live stream is more or less what I'm going to do in a later at night live stream. So I just make that one available for you to watch and learn, and also to grow the community. But also later at night when nobody will interrupt me like now I can do a live stream with a talk like that. Verse. I just double click the mask because there is a part at the hand I saw, but let's start from the head, then we go down. This part, let's begin there. Very small brush, maybe 2 pixels will do. Then we paint that area. All right, we go down.
Cut, trim, color, make the vision glow.
I'm sleepy because I'm not tired.
Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal the show.
Sometimes I feel very tired with heavy head.
From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play
The face is
button,
not
let the magic flow.
focused on the sharpness.
Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise. Just flip that switch.
But last week, those are family scans from what you can see. Only I will judge of my work.
Effects on
This
point.
one is not
Every clip lined up, frame by frame we join.
because it
Your
is sharp. You
story's
can see
alive,
it is sharp.
it's a perfect pitch. All thanks to
But
the
if you
guide
edit,
of
your general edit is pretty.
Mitch.
And the photo was not just a minute. When someone tries to use one and it doesn't impress them, which they cannot even tell why it doesn't. To fill that place, I'll use white brush, alt backspace. Sure, they are going to use their link. I don't know why I don't like this one, so they'll use another one. They will never think you're amazing. So the focus is moving slightly to the side. Deselect, then continue painting using white brush. Need to carefully paint this part in. It is part of the background. Aishohithia mũhianano agĩathano yago etua mũnene kwĩ Ngai nake Ngai amũtire nyamũ mĩaka mũgwanja gĩtĩkĩ kwĩ Ngai wĩmwagĩrĩru Ngai. When you're painting, first paint around the framework for what you want to remove, and then fill in the center. You build like a frame, even a house, they build the pillars first, then fill in the bricks slowly and gradually. So always start with a line that will show you a border, and then take out the rest, paint them out. So do not allow yourself as a photographer to be shortchanged that you're doing even the makeup artist work, but somebody is underpaying you and negotiating your prices, and after that they also want a bonus. So you are charging 200, they want to pay 150, and when they select 11 images they want to pay for 10. So you also, apart from charging them less, you also add them an extra image, which means extra work.
Stanley Mitch.
So let's say extra makeup work, and you're creating them a photo they'll always have for the rest of their lives. But even that shoe that they bought so expensively, that hair, though they did at 6,000, will not last in their heads forever. Like your photo will. You're creating a memory that nobody can take away from them. People should stop estimating the value we bring as photographers. even if we are shooting from the streets at 100, we have estimated that if everybody pays us 100, we shall pay our bills and be happy service providers. Just pay us. In all fairness, if it were not for us, you could not document your Louis Vuitton bag, Chanel bags and shoes and what. And you couldn't even pose for that photo because if you held your iPhone 16 because you couldn't keep it 2 kilometers away for you to get that view of the street behind you as the background. You can only do it as a selfie. Then someone else is willing to do that for you, but pay them their own price, not the price you think you should pay them. Ask them how much do you charge, and when they tell you 100, the best you can do is decide no and walk away, but stop bargaining photographers' prices. They go to make your images. I know I'm surrounded by photographers and the watchers of this and subscribers of this channel are mostly photographers, but I'm addressing an audience that is not present here. But I know that you could download this video, cut that clip and share it in your statuses, and let's make people acknowledge the value we bring as photographers to their living rooms. Think about if there was no photographer on a graduation day or anybody's wedding day. Would you be the bride that also shoots yourself with your iPhone 16 Pro? No. Would your uncle, the one who has a 16 megapixel camera, the Sony one, the one that has a lens that protrudes when you put it on, do that? No. Would they take a live stream? No. So you're bringing you a value that you will have forever, and you're here underestimating the value. Now we've already done the selection, so we're going to load that selection right here, but then we need the inverse of it like this. You see? Now she pops out of that background fairly well. Let's look for a blend mode that doesn't make the background too dark and her too bright. Yeah, overall looks very good, except that they are all at the same quality of exposure. Now, that's a good start to begin. We did this just to create the concept first, then the rest later. If she was wearing something tighter and her legs were well separated, we could mask back that part of the leg so that it is behind the image. We could even do that now. Let me show you. For instance, we could take a brush and hide one part of the hand behind the backdrop so that they belong together. Let me show you how. Now if this backdrop was normal, basically that's what it would look like. The hand is behind another one in front, but that's not what we are looking for, so we are going to undo a number of times. I'm not sure whether this is the concept I want to keep. Let's take away that September term. Let's take away the welcome to September and just make the calendar larger.
Stanley Mitch will teach
Let's shrink it in.
From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow.
Yeah, that almost does it. We need to clean this mask somewhere here. there.
You'll shine, you'll rise, just flip that switch.
Even here and there.
Transition smooth, effects on point. Every clip lined up, frame by frame we join. Your
Now you realize we are not very far
story's a perfect
from
pitch. All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch.
the concept initially. So where is that interesting?
Every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final
Let's go back a few steps
you'll rise, just
to where we got that concept from.
lights, camera, edit, the future's rich. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch.
Yeah, you see, we are not very far from it,
Make the short
except that the yes is done with a few errors. Because like now this foot is floating on top of the calendar and all stuff like that. But I get the concept. The concept is great. So we've created our own similar. Now we could also adjust the colors of this, Control U, so that we can change the color of the background to whatever color we are happy with. Think I'm happy with that. But then this whole, we are going to copy that selection.
trim color, make the vision glow.
Let's select that hole in between.
Steal the show. From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play button.
And minus that from this color because we need it gray.
Like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise.
I think I do like this concept when it is far away on the background. So I'll hold on to that dot like that. Go get a background. I created one background for my works called clean background, clean backdrop or something. Let me look for that.
All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Edit like a pro with Stanley
Master clean backdrop.
Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the
This one.
final stitch, you'll shine. Just flip that switch.
Let's take a screenshot
Camera edit the future.
so that we can carry that to that other tab.
With Stanley Mitch. Do you want me to make the short and punchy like a YouTube jingle? Or a full promotional anthem that could run for a few minutes?
So that when the background is very far, in that regard, now we add that concept right there, very far. So we get an excuse to blur the background, the piece we don't like. It's monotone so that I can always change that color of the background.
Cut,
Like that.
color, make the
Put it in a
vision
group.
glow.
Copy the mask. Like that.
Stanley Mitch will teach you how
I'll add
to
here in
steal the
saturation
show.
layer. Lighten it up slightly and then rotate this wheel to pick a color that is nearest to what we are doing, and then on top of that
Let the
put
magic
on
flow.
everything there, but then go in
Turn every frame into
and reduce the size of everything at once. So let's reduce the size of this to fit. I don't know, I've used the wrong group, so let's use this and this. Let's resize that again. Now it's correct for the most part.
All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final
one. And I'm only at the second image. So let's switch off that one. First deal with the backdrop, the tearing concept, the tone background concept. I'll reduce this opacity to a good level. Now you can see it from a distance. Let's blight 8 pixels. 8 pixels. Perfect. And then I'll cut it off from this background. When just at the center. Like that. Then pick a brush, remove it from this background part, middle something large, not too large, and then at 0% hardness, then paint out that seam line. Now that looks good. Then I'll add the calendar, resize, switch off everything, resize the calendar to that centerpiece. Do you want me to make the short and punchy like a YouTube jingle or a full promotional anthem? We need to make that background concept smaller, so let's put it in a group and make it smaller. I want that welcome to September to be part of this new design. Perfect. The tearing needs to be slightly above the head. Cut, trim, color, make the nipples like that. Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal the show. For this, I don't know why it's from beginners to the masters. Watch your skills grow. But blend mode needs to fix this. Hit that play button. Let the magic flow. Mode for the group. Yes, it was right. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise. Just flip that switch. Like that. I'll also take a brush here and take away this seam at the top. Transition smooth. Like that. Effects on point. I'll try blend that background in the best way I know how, even in color. So control, let's use this one, adjust it until the colors align. Yes, looks good. Then on top of it, we add the part here that needs adjustment, and we're going to be able to adjust that. Now we add the calendar. Edit like a pro, Stanley Mitch. Do you want me to make this short and punchy? Let's resize it. Or a full promotional anthem. Keep that centerpiece. For a few minutes. Let's add more contrast so that it disappears well into that background when it's blended using multiply, because we need it to blend in. Told you I'm going to blend this better than I can blend anything. So we take away the September line. Let's cut it so close so that we can feather it up. Then we feather it up so that that hard cut disappears. Then we are going to go back to this. Make it 100 and select let's make levels adjustments for that background until it blends in. When it's still at 100, all thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic. Yes, now it blends in better. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise. Just flip that switch. Lights, camera, edit, the future's rich. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Do you want me to make the short and punchy like? Then we need to delete it from all those folds. So add it into a group. Then delete it from this centerpiece. I need a hard brush so that I can cut it clean from these edges. Cut, trim, color, make the vision glow. Stanley Mitch will teach. It's a lot of work, right? Yes, that's why we charge these prices. You cannot even sacrifice to do this because it's too much work. But if you charge well, then you can be awake at 2 editing, because also the money that you are paid solves some of your problems, so you are also awake solving part of their problems. Somebody solves a problem, why shouldn't you solve this? Transition smooth, effects on point. Every clip lined up, frame by frame we join. Your story's alive, it's a perfect pitch. All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Pro Stanley Mitch. Do you want me to make this short and punchy? Some of these edits you see people do. That could run for a few minutes. This one is not blending well, so let's look for a way to fix that blend. Perfect. Now the calendar, it's too dark, so we are going to blend that also. Cut, trim, color, make the vision glow. Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal the show. From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play button, let the magic flow. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic. I like what it's doing. Bliss from except the part here. You need to understand what is happening there. And I will in a few.
Transition smooth, effects on point. Every clip lined up, frame by frame we join. Your story's alive, it's a perfect pitch. All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise. Just flip that switch. Lights, camera, edit, the future's rich. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Do you want me to make the short and punchy like a YouTube jingle, or a full promotional anthem that could run for a few minutes?
Why is it bright yet it's multiplying? Why? Should blend better now that it's multiplying. That's what multiplying does. Now that works.
Cut, trim, color, make the vision glow. Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal the show. From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play button, let the magic flow. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise. Just flip that switch. Transition smooth, effects on point. Every clip lined up, frame by frame we join. Your story's alive, it's a perfect pitch. All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise. Just flip that switch. Lights, camera, edit, the future's rich. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Do you want me to make this short and punchy like you, or a full promotional anthem that could run for a few minutes?
Katika bustani yenye raha tutaimba wimbo wa
Cut, trim, color, make
You see me sing a lot.
vision glow. Stanley Mitch will teach
is
you
what you
how
get
to
from a man
steal
who
the
is brought
show.
up in church.
From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play button, let the magic flow. Edit like a pro with Stanley
Spent
Mitch.
my whole
Turn
life
every
singing
frame
and dancing
into
and
pure
dancing.
cinematic bliss. From the timeline
to
to
my
the
life.
final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise. Just flip that switch. Transition smooth, effects on
People do what
point.
they are familiar with. Singing is something I'm very familiar
Every clip lined up, frame by frame we join.
with.
Your story's alive, it's a perfect pitch. All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline
so that it's also distant.
Lights, camera, edit the future's
Now we
rich.
need to change
Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Do you want me
Color
to
of
make the short and punchy like a YouTube
background
jingle? Or a full promotional anthem that could run for a few minutes?
Yeah, that color blends very well, and it's slightly yellowish blue, but with some yellows in it because of this one.
Cut, trim, color, make the vision glow. Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal the show. From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play button.
Now the concept
Let
is
the
good.
magic
I've
flow.
adjusted the concept for what it was because of the kind of photo I'm dealing with. It's impossible to pop from some whatever background. There is a bin here. I'm trying to check which mask does that to the image so that I can come back and change it in.
Transition smooth, effects on point. Every clip lined up, frame by frame we join. Your story's alive, it's a perfect
Careful
pitch.
not to
All
paint on the
thanks to
skin.
the guide of
Do
Stanley
not into a lot of
Mitch.
skin there.
Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise. Just flip that switch. Lights, camera,
Alright,
future's rich.
now I will do
Edit like a
the
pro with Stanley
skin because I'm done with the general look of the image. The image looks good already.
punchy
Now,
or a full promotional anthem.
looks a little too bright.
Run for a few
There are
minutes.
masks here that require adjustment. But let's go first to camera raw and adjust the brightness of those highlights. It looks too strong. Then make a copy, put it right above what we have. Yes, now those are good tones, except for this hand. So you're going to use gradient and push it like that, so that there is a light that reveals that hand. Let's feather it further so that the blend is clean. You see how successfully darkened the face. Let's brighten the hair slightly also. Put it in a group, add a mask. I know you've done so many groups with very many masks. One day when you do the lesson called masking, you'll understand why that. So just follow along. You're taking away from the darkness from the hair so that the hair also flows. Perfect. Reduce its opacity slightly, like that. Good enough. Now we'll take a screenshot. Let's shut off both groups of everything else. We will put them on later when we need them. That's the edit for the background, so we'll come back to it later when we need it.
Full promotional anthem that could run for a few minutes.
Why is this? Yeah, the background is not extended for this one. That's why. So, still on this background, let's see whether we can take away the black seam. Slightly larger brush. just needed in that mask.
Cut,
This
trim,
is
color,
the mask,
make the vision
the
glow.
one we made for the subject.
Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal the show.
That will make our life less problematic.
Beginners to the masters, watch your
That mask
skills
many
grow.
times. That's what I meant. Right, let's take a screenshot. That's what we should do. We switch
Let the
off
magic
everything else
flow.
so that we can come back and
Like a pro with Stanley
this
Mitch,
looks
turn
like
every frame into pure cinematic bliss.
so let's take a screenshot so that we can
Final stitch, you'll shine, you'll
clean
rise,
some
just
parts of the
flip
background
that
like this with
switch.
patch tool, and also use spotty brush tool to take away from
Transitions
the pimples on the face,
effects on point.
smoothen it out,
Every clip
and
lined
then
up,
whiten
frame
up
by
the eyes
frame
and
we
then put
join.
the
Your
other layer.
story's alive, it's a perfect
let's-
pitch. All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise. Just flip that switch. Lights, camera, pictures rich. Edit like a pro with
I love it so that when I want a backdrop, I just get an inspiration and that's what
Do you want me to make this short and punchy like you? Or a full promotional anthem that could run for a few
whatever my
minutes?
clients pay can compensate for that. Don't just want to have many unnecessary expenses. Tutaka pamoja na Yesu. I also need to determine whether it's Photoshop I need or it's a photo. It's a photo also has many sliders that deal with so many of our common editing problems.
Cut, trim, color, make the vision glow. Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal the show. From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play button, let the magic flow. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to
If you watched up to this point,
you'll shine, you'll rise, just flip that switch.
and some people, I know people are lazy, they don't watch for so long, so that we can confuse them. Go to the comment section of this video and write, I knew he was an idiot.
Your story's alive.
All of you, just like that, I knew he was an idiot,
All thanks
idiot
to
that
the
guy,
guide of
idiot he,
Stanley Mitch.
idiot he, whatever. Just use the word idiot in the sentences.
Into pure cinematic.
The people who did not watch the whole video will wonder which guy.
Timeline to the
What
final
idiot?
stitch. You'll
What is the gay idiot? The idiot of the one.
flip that switch. Lights, camera,
Why is
edit,
he being called idiot
futures
by
rich.
everyone?
Edit
How much of an idiot do you have to be for everybody to notice that you are an idiot?
Do you want
Alright,
me
so
to make the short
in the
and
comment
punchy
box,
like a YouTube
write
jingle?
just a
Or
statement with the word idiot
promotional
inside.
anthem that could run for a few minutes.
What an idiot. Stuff like that. Such an idiot. I knew he's an idiot. Pointless idiot. Such a waste of time. Whatever it is, just type.
Cut, trim, color, make the vision glow.
Also, if you feel like that is very harsh, you can also type something nice.
Stanley Mitch will teach
lesson
you
well.
how to steal the show.
See where the focus went?
From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow.
Very well.
Hit that play button, let the magic flow.
That problem right there is called the side focus.
Edit like a
I'm
pro
sure
with
it's the
Stanley
focus points
Mitch.
that
Turn
you
every frame into
or you
pure
already at some
cinematic
point
bliss. From the
when recomposing the
timeline
shot.
to the final final stitch,
the
you'll
focus point
shine,
there,
you'll
so
rise. Just flip that switch.
just around what I'm looking for. See, the face is right behind the hand. So focus plane is slightly in front. These are the F8,
Transition
I believe.
smooth,
Let's confirm
effects
just
on point.
be sure.
Every clip lined up,
This is
frame by
F6,
frame we join. Your story's alive, it's a perfect pitch. All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch.
What have we done?
Like a pro with Stanley Mitch, turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise. Just
The next one we're going to do that really fast.
lights, camera, edit the future's
So that
rich. Edit like a pro with
because I have a very great day tomorrow. There's so much work to be done.
Do you want me?
I have like 6
Short and
meetings.
punchy,
Will I spend all my night sitting?
or a full
But I don't
promotional
have
anthem that could
the
run for a
freshness
few minutes.
to attend to the people that will come. So I'm done explaining the most of the things that I need to explain. You've understood most of the concepts. If there is anything you have not understood, I'll do another live yet again and I'll explain many more concepts. Let's make hardness 0. You'll keep learning. So from here, I'm going to do a marathon of brush strokes, masks, groups, keyboard shortcuts,
Stanley Mitch will teach you how
without
to steal
dwelling
the
too much
show.
on anything.
From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play button, let the magic flow. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise. Just flip that switch. Transition smooth, effects on point. Every clip lined up, frame
After that
by
point, we
frame.
go. Now we
join.
hit the eyes. We use the other
Your
way.
story's
Do
alive,
saturation.
it's a
Pick the
perfect
arrows.
pitch.
From
All
the
thanks to the guide of
How you don't know the
Stanley
arrows?
Mitch.
I did it.
Edit
You
like
just
a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn
sample
every
the
frame
yellows,
into pure
pick them up.
cinematic bliss.
And there are more reds.
Timeline to the final
So we just need
stitch.
to do
You'll
the same.
shine, you'll rise.
Add a
Just
plus.
flip that switch.
Pick the other reds.
Lights, camera, edit the future's rich.
White.
Edit like a pro.
It essentially makes it black and white. And then
Do you want me to
reverse
make
it.
this short and punchy like a
Come and
YouTube
take it
jingle?
back.
Or a
Need a small
full
brush.
promotional
Need to
anthem
zoom
that
very
could
close so that I
run
can see what
for
I'm
a few
doing.
minutes.
Just need to ensure that the hardness is not anywhere above 80%. So that I can have a clean blend between what is white and what is not. Keep reducing the size of the brush accordingly as need be. It also becomes grayer.
Cut,
Remember what I said
trim,
about it.
color, make the vision glow.
A selective layer, then
Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal the show.
the eye doesn't look just so.
From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow.
You can see. Just
Hit that play button, let the magic flow.
the mask below.
Oh, edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise. Just flip that
Good creator,
switch.
that's it. Is that a good foundation for which you lay the rest of the bricks?
Transition smooth, effects
Very
on
good.
point.
Put on the
Every
rest of the
clip
group.
lined up, frame by frame we join. Your
It is very
story's
saturated,
alive,
so we are
it's a
going back
perfect
to
pitch. All thanks
the
to
layer
the
that has the
guide
background.
of Stanley
And
Mitch.
desaturate some of
Oh,
those pixels.
oh, with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the
much sleepier and time is moving fast. So where do we place this branding? Make it slightly larger. Then control to rotate it negative 90. Is that the angle? No, it's not. So we cut, paste it here. So where the angle is.
Cut, trim, color, make the vision glow. Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal the show. From beginners to the masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play button, let the magic flow. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise. Just flip that switch. Transition smooth, effects on point.
Now we export it.
Every clip lined up.
The rest of them we're going to do them
frame we
quickly.
join.
We won't dwell on them much.
Your story's alive. It's a perfect pitch. All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stitch, you'll shine, you'll rise. Just flip that switch. Lights, camera, edit, the future's rich. Edit like a pro.
Select the background part you want to replace.
Do you want me to make the show punchy like a YouTube jingle? Or a full promotional
Content
anthem that could run for a few minutes?
Done. Okay.
Cut, trim, the vision glow. Stanley Mitch will teach
Mark
you
down.
how to steal the show. From beginners
Deselect. Control D.
watch your
D for
skills
deselect.
grow.
Bring in the background we want to use.
That play button, let the magic flow.
I'm holding down on control after this to just skew it,
Every frame into pure
then resize it while not holding down on shift.
to the final stitch.
On control, sorry.
You'll rise, just flip
Just want it to look wainscoting, not a plain background. So I'm installing the wainscoting using Photoshop.
Transition smooth, effects on point. Every clip line.
Yeah, like that. I don't want this socket part, so I'll move it to the
Your
left.
story's alive, it's a perfect
Perfect. The idea is great.
All thanks
So I'll
to
switch
the
it off.
guide of
I'll come back to it in a few. So
Mitch.
go back to the layer and select subject. You realize that experimenting is like the best way. Group. Then the negative mask, put it on. Experimenting is like the best way to know where you will take a photo before you begin doing all the other habits. Now we've already decided this is where we are putting it. There must be artifacts to that background. So we are going to blind. How many pixels? 8 pixels. 8 pixels. And then you can see it screens up. The artifacts, the JPEG artifacts go away. Then you're going to load that selection. Put a color, solid, luminous, and then come in and check whether there is a part that has been eaten off that needs to be. Let's first do the inverse so that we do not make mistakes here just because we are sleepy. Is it we? Because I am sleepy. Maybe you are not. You could have just woken up from the country where you're watching this from. If you're watching this in the future, Welcome to your past. This is what 2025 looked like. These are the kind of works we produced in 2025. So I don't know which year you'll be watching this, from YouTube or from whichever client, whatever creator will decide to revisit these works we create now as archive work or antiques. You realize that someday our work is going to become the Renaissance. It's going to be many years back. This year is going to be very many years back that people will look back at us like Vasco da Gama. Like we started, like we're like the people that started the country, the nations, like the people that established photography. Just like we look at to other people that came before us, we have also come before others. That's why we are busy trying to create the most compelling photography output, so that those that come after us will have something to learn from, emulate, copy, improve from, become great in. You'll find us having made business around it, so we just need to open their own branch, so to speak, and begin to cash in. They won't have to struggle like we did. They'll find better softwares that can do what we do for 3 hours overnight automatically. We just need to key in a prompt in an AI software, and it will do all this. You do it maybe once. There is a part here that we'll need to address later. Let's go back. Let's finish with it. The inverse of it. Let's go in and deal with that part. I cannot get my mind what to do that part. Don't ignore it. Maybe it's that thing that you're telling me about once you see a problem, you there and there. I've set it in my mind, so my mind is sending me to have to do it. You can do another part first, upload and you come back to this first finish. Really now that I'm tired and sleepy. I'm very unlikely. Every clip lined up frame by frame, I'm very unlikely to remember. It's a perfect pitch, all thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Fingering inside my image, just saying, yes, I'm on the kind of photography you shouldn't do. Not even though you are just teaching it. So that we all collectively do a great job. So that the world can collectively appreciate us and appreciating the value we bring. That could run for a few minutes. You already understand why I'm separating the flow from the wall. If you don't, just rewind this live stream. I explained that when I was doing the first two images. When I'm not explaining what I'm doing, I go very fast. Partly because I think my head is very slow when I have to both do and translate what I'm saying into words. It's like transcoding for you to understand. So if my head is having to process one thing twice, first how to do it and two how to explain it to you, I think that's one of the things that makes me very slow. It's my issue, but now you understand. But also, if you are teaching someone, you cannot be too fast. They might not learn. They might be coming across what you're discussing for the very first time in their life, so they need time to see and hear, understand, see, and learn, comprehend what you're saying, witness your demonstration of your points slowly and gradually, so that in future when you begin to do things in a fast-paced manner, you are together, you're on the same page with your students.
Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Do you want me to make
It's interesting that only people in the future can get to watch this video. Maybe the pre-recording.
Promotional anthem that could run for a few
But
minutes.
once you're dead, you're dead. You cannot watch it. You cannot watch it from the past. That's how important it is for you to be alive. If you are listening, wherever you are more important alive than dead. Do not lose value for your life. Take it away or just throw it away or drink yourself silly or abuse drugs. You are too valuable.
Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal
Do
the
not
show.
scratch a Rolls Royce with a Coca-Cola bottle.
Beginners to the masters, watch your skills.
The whole drink is 25 pop. Your car is much more.
Hit that play button.
So when you
Let the
smoke
magic
too
flow.
much bang, that costs 50 or 100.
Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch.
Yes.
Turn every frame into pure cinematic
The whole of you
bliss. From the
is just one organ.
to the final stitch, you'll shine,
Costs
you'll rise. Just
thousands,
flip that
hundreds of
switch.
thousands to buy or to transplant or to sell it. You decide to sell it. Then you can see what I'm talking about.
Every clip lined up, frame by
The
frame,
idea
we
of
join.
you scratching
Story's alive,
Rolls
it's a
Royce with
perfect pitch. All
Coca-Cola
thanks to
bottle.
the guide of Stanley.
They both have their own value. I'm not like underestimating Coca-Cola. Those people have refreshed our thoughts, drinks over the years. And I know we cannot put our lives to Rolls Royce, but we also cannot drive Coca-Cola.
Edit like a pro.
But not let the presence of one giving us lesser value,
Make this short and punchy.
like relationships,
Or
either yours with your mother, yours with your parent,
that could run
yours with
for
your
a few
siblings,
minutes.
yours with your boss, yours with the church, with the religion, with your neighbors, make you lose value for your life. The one who you have with your wife, with your children, until you desire death. Life is that much more important. Because people that are dead cannot watch my live stream. So I cannot say in this live stream, if you're watching this live stream from the past, you can't. Because you do not have it in you. You don't have what it takes to watch anything. But someone will watch this in the future because they will have life. That is how much valuable life is.
Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal the show. From
So,
beginners to the masters,
wherever you are,
watch your
wherever you are,
skills grow.
whoever you are,
Button, let the
give
magic
life that
flow.
much value.
Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the final stage.
So to finish my analogy, is it finish or complete? To complete my analogy,
Transition smooth. Effects on
see to
point.
it that you actually can enjoy the Coca-Cola drink
Frame by
while driving your Rolls Royce, and do not pour it on the seats. Do not spill it on the seats,
perfect pitch.
because you also will not like
To
the
the
outcome.
guide of Stanley Mitch. Edit like a pro with
Ensure that your Rolls Royce also
frame into pure
does not step on the Coca-Cola bottle when you're driving, because it's not even good for the tires.
rise. Just flip that switch.
Everything in its own place.
Camera edit the future.
but you're much more valuable. Your body is very valuable.
With Stanley Mitch.
Your organs are very valuable. Stop wasting your liver with alcohol.
Like a YouTube
Muraji kuwa.
or a full promotional anthem that could run
Stop wasting your
for a few
lungs with
minutes.
smoke. Whether it's shisha or whatever things you guys will be smoking in the future or are already smoking now. Stop wasting your organs. You are just making a hospital bill. You are busy constructing a hospital bill for your children. When you are older and you cannot handle it anymore, it will be your children who will have to take you to hospital for clinics and all their money and all they will have billed for their sons to find. Or for their children, let's not just use sons, let's use children. For their children to find, they'll spend it on you. Even you will not enjoy what they'll have made. Because they'll give you thousands, hundreds of thousands, and they'll take all that to hospital and drugs. Medication is for the rest. This that we have been avoiding. You think it's fun now because it doesn't hurt. And you wonder why I'm complaining. Have we taken any of his alcohol? Why is he angry at us?
Every clip lined up, frame by frame we join.
But I've seen old people who smoke tobacco all their lives.
Thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch.
And it's now their children duty to take care of their parents. Take them from
pro Stanley Mitch. Do you want me to make this short and punchy like you, or a full promotional anthem that could run for a few minutes?
It is the children who are supposed to take care of their parents, to take them to eye clinics for the eyes they smoked every single day. Nafunga jicho moja akivuta bangi, now the eyes can no longer see. And I'm not saying that everybody that got blind is because they abused drugs, but if that increases your chances to not see, all those fights you're causing at your place of work and fighting with men to prove a point, they are busy weakening your jaws, and then it will be upon your kids to reinstall artificial teeth so that you can eat some of the God's goodness, whatever God will have given them. They want to also slaughter a goat and the two of you enjoy together, but you don't have to. Now your children will have the burden to bear the consequences for your bad choices. If you can, also reduce on the frequency with which you sleep around. Because again, if you contract the disease, you'll make everybody cry, even your family members.
It's a perfect pitch, all thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. Edit like a pro.
Said you are going fast on this.
Turn every frame into pure cinematic.
So, photographers, when you finally get paid well by your clients, do not waste your life with the money. I've seen very many photographers posted
with Stanley Mitch.
R.I.P. Bazoo, rest in peace. And most of them, they died in accidents, in cars they were driving while coming from events or going to events. It's possible also that it was just an accident, but it's also very possible that they slept drinking all night. And then one of them was driving them in the morning. The rest were asleep in the car, they couldn't see. the one that was left away, we also couldn't see because he was intoxicated. And that way we lost good men who are not doing good things with their lives. Because just because you're doing a bad thing doesn't make you bad. It just makes the bad. You're doing bad makes your choices bad. You still can tap into the goodness in you. Adjust for inflation. And inflation here means the errors that you have caused. Apologize to the people that you had. And the first person is yourself. Tell yourself, Stanley, I'm sorry for all the toxins I put inside you. I try to be a better person. I'm sorry for all the times I exposed you to violence. Simanga nipige niue, niue unikule. Now your heart and your spirit is weak, and parts of your bones. This is like contracting sexually transmitted diseases. Transmitted diseases. You know who gave it to you, but again, even if you went to them ranting, you know they cannot take it back. The disease is with you. So still, if somebody breaks your jaw, even when you know who you're no longer at conflict, so you cannot go and break the jaw as well. And even if you did, breaking the ears will not make your jaw heal. You might as well consider avoiding violence altogether. For as much as it's possible, there are times that it's very necessary. I know that it's very necessary. You will not let people take your things while you're watching. You will not let people play with your kids while you're watching. I know some of you are waiting for me to say you will not let someone take your wife, but there's no such thing as your wife. She doesn't even have your name. There used to be, even as your wife. You would even have your name in their IDs. Stanley Mitch, together with the children, there you were son. Nowadays they don't. They just girls living with you for as long as you are a good shelter. In future, when they find the pastures, they will live like they always intended to. So let's talk about children. Because children, even when they live as your children. But a woman, if she lives, she cannot live as your woman. She will be for the streets. Every clip lined up, frame by frame we join. You're struggling to understand what I'm talking about. All I am saying is, take care of yourself. Do not build an empire only to also make bad decisions that will result to you not living long enough to enjoy sleeping in that empire that you built, to benefit from the fruits of the empire that you built. With Stanley Mitch. What's the essence of building something for the many years that you've been building your studio, and then sleep with one woman carelessly? Sleep with another man, because I've also seen men sleeping with other men. Stupid idiots. Whatever it is, and contract a disease. Cut, trim, color, make the vision glow. Just because you do not make good decisions. And I'm not saying that every time you sleep with someone you always contract a disease. No, that is not my conversation. My conversation is in take good care of yourself, for as long as it's up to you to decide what happens to you. Let it be known that you'll always pick the side that protects you. You do not have a ride or die lover. You don't need to die for a lover. It's a ride. If it gets to die, Don't die for women. These are already doing it for you. Why are you doing it for a woman? Why are you doing it for a man? For your children, it would make sense. It's your blood. There's almost no difference between you and your children. But for someone else, no. Why are you dying for a nation? After you're dead, things will remain the same, trust me. Things don't change because people die. Things change when policies change. So also do not allow yourself to die. If you're dead, you will not change your place. You lost to you will die, your children will suffer for lack of parenting, proper parenting. They'll miss your presence forever. And they'll also suffer from bad governance, because the same government that facilitated your death will also not care for them. Because only God says He will be the father of orphans, father to orphans. The government didn't say that. It's not in the constitution. You think they should, but the government is controlled by this constitution, not by wishful thinking. And our constitution do not have that. And when I say our, I mean most countries. The country has not promised to father your kids, to mother your children. So do not allow yourself to die. Do not subject yourself to bad company. Do not take a whole muzinga, a bottle of wine, what do you call it, spirit. Come without a chaser or anything and just ingest it because you want to prove to friends that you are a hero when it comes to drinking alcohol. Then if you don't die, you kill some of your organs or weaken them. When you're old, grey, because I know you hope you'll die before you're old. So that's why you're doing careless things hoping you'll die. But I know someone who hoped they would die and when they died they had not saved anything because they enjoyed too much when they were they celebrated, they drank. And also they had bad organs because while drinking and celebrating, they contracted diseases and wasted some of their organs. Think about your future, man. Stanley Mitch. It saddens me to see how careless we are becoming daily with our lives. You're hoping someone will come and save you. No one is coming. This is the voice of God. I'm your servant from God. I'm like your prophet. Hear me this once. Take care of your bodies, man. Clean your body. Do not shower once a week. This is not 1841. Even then there were rivers. There were more rains. People get cleaned. Stanley Mitch will teach you how to steal the show. Take more showers. From beginners to the masters, take more baths. If you have a bathtub, swim in there many times. Swim when you can. Eat good food. Button, let the magic. Do not live on pizza. And grilled chicken. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. Eat something correct. You wondering what is correct to eat? Is it that thing you buy your child because it's healthy for a baby? It is also healthy for an adult. If it was millet, porridge, that one is good for you. Transition smooth. If it was on point, every clip lined up, frame by frame we join. Fresh milk, your story's alive, it's a perfect pitch. If it was omena, daga, it's also good for you. Fish, omega 3, whatever that thing is also good for you. do not waste your life. I'm not teaching you this so that you then grow in knowledge and then die. I'm teaching you this so that both of us can look back at it 30 years from today and see how much we have built from the lessons we learned. I want us to say to each other, I'm glad to have met you those years back, because we'll both be alive. We survived Corona. Do not survive a pandemic to also become a pandemic to yourself. Some of you think you know what you're doing. And yes, you do. It's not just a thought. But the problem is some things we do are not worth. They're not worth. Imagine you buying your own bed, you've been paying for money for it. You buy the cancer. So by the time you are cancerous, you having eaten nonsense or lived recklessly. And I'm not saying that everybody who has cancer lives so. Some they have cancer of the lungs because of things they smoke. Or cancer of the groins because of things they slept with. And I'm saying things because you sleep with things carried by people. Your story's alive. It's a perfect pitch. All thanks to the guide of Stanley Mitch. For those who are unlucky to just meet bad luck and they're sick, bodies got sick, or get sick and malaria before having that and it's more revalidating to know that you're not dying, and that your bodies can respond well to drugs because you also not intoxicated yourself with skin whitening creams. Because maybe you've not seen any of my photos, but I'm very light skinned. I'm one of the brown men in Kenya. I've never received anything for free. I've not gotten anything, any preferential treatment for being light skinned. I toil like every other man. This is 3 in the morning and I'm still at work. I'm not getting anything easy here. That one I need you to realize. So while you're busy trying to polish out your cosmetic look with the drugs that also intoxify your skin, your blood, that also kills your kidneys, just remember there are no accolades for being brown. I've been brown for 37 years now. I schooled like everybody else. I never skipped a class for being brown. I killed like everybody else. I never got preferential treatment in a bank or elsewhere for being brown. I paid my help loans. I never got waivers for being brown. Maybe there are circumstances where brown works. But even if you go to those that are white yourself, they'll call you every other thing but not white. They'll call you colored, they'll call you whatever. They'll call you black, they'll call you African. Even Obama is not black. He's not dark in skin tone, but he's called black because there is no amount of white skin to make you white. Have you ever seen a white person trying to be... Have you ever seen a white person trying to be black? So you think they are superior to you? Don't you see how comfortable they are with their skin? Sometimes uncomfortable because it cannot stand certain weather conditions. But you're busy whitening your skin. So when I'm saying about abuse and watching your life, do not waste it. I'm not discussing just drug abuse in the manner that you take something to feel high or something. No, I'm also talking about You taking things, ingesting things in your body, injecting things in your body so that you can increase the size of nyash. Sasa matako kubwa. Okay, you've seen many grandmothers, yes? How many of them do you know have guitars? You thought we never had them, right? If a natural one fades, na hiyo yako ya dawa. Now, is it worth then having skin conditions just because some drug you injected yourself are now affecting you? The thought of if I was slightly brighter have always crossed my mind. I'm not saying that I'm a saint here. I did not go through with it, looking for a cream that will make me slightly brighter or anything. I didn't. There was time I had too much acne on my face when I was about in my 33, like 3 years or so ago. Very crazy pimples and acne and black spots on my face. I decided to be clean like some people I saw, but even those did not get it easy. They never got anything for free. They never got any preferential treatment. A man worked hard on a daily, even those who did not have acne. But it's always easy to see what you are not. That works very hard to take away from you noticing what you are. I almost said sorry for motivational speaking, because that's not why you're here. But trust me, I'm not sorry. Number one. Number two, I would like to meet you in the future, no matter which country you are in, even if it was your meant to be. And you can look back to the works I've produced, the works you will have produced, having learned from some works I have produced, having learned from you, some ideas I have copied from your ideas, and we are both alive. You can laugh back. Laugh out loud. The number of times we almost gave up on whatever it is we began, whatever it is we are running, creating stuff. But it didn't. So, as you live your life every day, tell yourself, all I can Stanley Mitch one day, and talk about how thoughts of lightening my skin crossed my mind, on how alcohol and drugs, cocaine and everything else, heroin was made available, but I chose not to. By how the thought of having multiple women, multiple men, becoming gay, and going to Kilimani to sleep with fellow men for money crossed my mind, but I didn't. How smoking looked classy when I was growing up, or rather when some artist that is a celebrity would smoke them, and I decided to be like them, so I decided to also buy myself cigars. I see cigars with a singer called Harmonize. He even coughs at the beginning of his song. You might think it's classy, but maybe he's been paid by the company to promote the product. Not because he smokes cigars daily, because he even smokes them at all. Because someone must position themselves for the kind of jobs they want to receive. It's business. Not But I want us to face each other in future and say, we both followed this movie star, and he made us desire to do certain things he did in the movie. But then wisdom told us this is the script he's following. It's not his life. So why should we live a script? Why should we live our lives as a script? Why? Why should we live our lives as a script? Why should we live our lives as a script? If he himself played that movie and went home and resumed his life as normal, and he doesn't do what is in the movie, he doesn't even wear those suits or use that language that you had in his movie, the one he starred, why are you using his language? You are reliving a character's life, a character that doesn't exist, a fictional life. You saw a life that was Hollywood sponsored for the screens, and now you're working very hard to really live that life because a movie you watched, the star had this kind of bed that could sleep 10 people, but you don't need such a bed, do you? Do you need a kind of bed that 10 people could sleep on? For you to sleep? You don't. But you could be losing your excitement for life just because you cannot afford it. But even the person, that actor you saw sleeping on that bed, they don't have that bed in their own houses. It was just hired for the set. That helicopter you saw them own is just a script. It was hired for the shoot. Ask me, I'm a director. I've not directed movies yet, but the things you see in movies are not real. They are scripts intended to give your brain a spike of dopamine, but not necessarily for you to emulate and relive the movie scenes that you have watched. Even the porn you keep watching, it is not intended for you to copy and relive the sex scenes that you have been watching. Otherwise, you'll never get satisfied in this life, because you'll never find a woman that looks like that one you saw that had enhanced everything. And nobody will also be having so much time as to change all those styles and poses if they are in their sober minds, unless of course all of you are abusing the substances I mentioned earlier. Leave movies, let movies be. Do not watch a soap opera and try to relive that life. Even the people in that soap opera no longer live that one. And if you want to doubt me, go check another movie that they acted, they starred in, and you see, in that other movie, they are living a different life altogether. The one that is in the script, it is never their life. And wait for the day they are going for awards. Watch BET Awards. See what they'll be wearing. Check the cars they'll be driving. You realize that Eddie Murphy will not come dressed as the king of Zamunda. That one is just a character he created for a movie. Lupita Nyong'o will not come dressed like a slave. That's what I'm saying. So even in those fancy movies where people have all the kinds of cars, sleeping with all kinds of humans, doing all kinds of things, sniffing many types of drugs, which you don't know. You only see a powder, which in a movie you cannot tell the difference between wheat flour and any other kind of pounded powder. You cannot even tell whether it's pounded yam. You just saw a powder and thought that must be cocaine, and you saw it in the Wolf of Wall Street, so you thought it's the key to getting. Drug abuse has never been the key to getting rich. Hard work is, consistency is, showing up is, doing one thing for long is, improving yourself is the way you get up there. Saving is, investment is the way you get up there.
Edit like a pro with Stanley Mitch. Turn every frame into pure cinematic bliss. From the timeline to the
Drugs don't get you there. You saw people in Ayach just because they were doing forex trading, allegedly, because they just told you, don't know whether it's true. The computer I'm editing, I bought it, but since I started editing, have I ever told you how much this computer is worth? Now, why do people flaunt cars and tell you where they got them from and how much the cars are worth? Or you think my computer is cheap? But you know, even the cheapest would be more expensive for someone else who cannot afford a computer that can even install Photoshop. So they'll be looking up to me. But would I be flaunting a computer with one screen, two screens, 24-inch curved screen, whatever, and telling you, can you believe I got this one from this business? I can also teach you if you pay me. That is like a marketing stunt. It is not a life. And if you live in Meru, you do not need a Ferrari to go to any business meeting. Actually, almost nobody owns a Ferrari in Kenya. Do your research, man. Very few people own a Bugatti, and even those ones don't drive it. They have it in their collection. The car that almost everybody drives is a Range Rover. It's expensive, a discovery, like Mkurugenzi's. But even a person who is using the taxi, the Uber cabs, is also getting where they are going. And they do not stress about repairs. They do not stress about service. They do not stress about parking. They do not stress about theft, insurance, driver's license, but they still get where they're going. They just need 300, 400, 1,000, sometimes 10, depending on the distance. But then all the trouble that comes with owning a car has been airlifted by the Uber company. So the fact that you can travel in a car, any day you need to be in one, you can shift using a lorry any day, even if you don't own one. That should be enough, don't you think? Even people who have lorries don't sleep in those lorries. They don't trade their lorries for anything, but they're always going to garages. When they sleep, they are afraid of theft. When they park, they pay for parking. And I'm not saying someone should not own a lorry if that's your project. Just go ahead and own it. But I'm also saying, do not kill yourself over wanting to own things people do own. The headmaster, H, James Mungai of Ololaisa, chief principal, once said while he was still a headmaster at Elbagon Secondary School, you do not need $1 million to survive. Sometimes you just need a plate of food that is worth 300. Both you and the person who has $1 million will eat the same plate of food and sleep and hope for better tomorrow. When the $1 million comes, we appreciate it, but we won't kill ourselves over it. That's what I'm saying. When the $1 million comes, we invest it, but we are not going to sleep with random people over it. When the $1 million comes, we shall buy those cars, but we are not going to become drunkards so that we can get business in clubs. We could still go to clubs and take something different. We don't have to get drunk. Though it will beat the whole logic of the club. I'm not even trying to punish the drinking business and the club industry. I actually intend to work with them long enough. I'm even trying to establish contracts with clubs to fit for them. But I'm saying, if we stopped drinking a certain drink, they'll stop stocking. They stock what we take. So if everybody went to a club to take Delamere or Del Monte, and I'm saying that loosely, are referring to those like healthy drinks, not like they are, but in my conversation, I'm working on an assumption that those are healthy drinks. Then the club will begin to stock much more of that. Their business is not to sell alcohol, it's to sell what people want to take. The reason they sell alcohol is because most people want to take alcohol. They sell shisha because people want to take shisha. There was no shisha in Kenya for very many years. There were still clubs in Kenya even then. So how do you think clubs survived without shisha? It means the things you think run a business don't. Those things don't run a business. You will differ, yes. You will think otherwise, yes. But I can tell you this much. Your life is worth much more. And we are building this so that one day we can meet and celebrate the hard work we put in, the long days, the late nights we sat. Don't waste your life trying to live somebody else's life. Also, don't waste your life trying to acquire things you don't even need. We are living in a consumerist society where people are just making money to buy things. They don't even invest it. So you have more shoes in your Ashura, but you don't even have 10,000 in your savings account. You don't even have an account. Leave alone whether there is money in it. You even have the account. You don't even have 30,000 in your investments. You don't have a SACCO account. Nothing. But you make so much money and buy jerseys and 5,000 worth shoes. Pumbavu zako. You're just trying to relive somebody else's life, somebody who hires things, who hires clothes to do photo shoots. They are making you want to buy, thinking they own those things. Someone who gets those things for free to do shows because they are being promoted. You want to also take that up and live it as your life, yet somebody else is being paid to live it. But you are paying to live it. Someone is driving a certain car within his music. Is that music what? Music video. but he's been paid by that company to showcase that car, but he doesn't even buy it himself. He doesn't even own it, and you're busy owning it, killing yourself trying to own something that even the people that you saw it with don't own. Think about it. People who rent out the Airbnbs, they give you a place to live, but they don't even own those buildings. It is not the business of ownership that makes people survive. Even the people that sell you real estate, they don't usually own those companies. I'm ranting too much. I apologize. You think that you learn something different. But life is much more than the nonsense you have made your life. Some of us have taken the wrong things and made them have a meaning in our lives. And nobody can move us with the belief that what we are doing is right. We are not even taking advice from anyone. But you have very expensive wristwatches, the ones that cannot pay rent for your kids' education. You just have many things you've bought, but you no longer have the money that you used to buy it. It's a shame, man. Those things, if you were to sell them today, they will not give you the same value. And if you needed any amount of money urgently, those things will not give you the same amount of money. And if we lend you our money, you're going to pay us with interest. Or we are going to take security for something we will never return to you. And you begin losing some possessions of things you bought. But if you had your money as money, if you had your money liquid, you'd have something to pay. I'm also not saying that the people who have money liquid are better than them that don't, but I'm saying, for all time's sake, do not waste your life. That is the conversation. It's not a conversation about saving, or the people who have money are better than the one that spend it, or you should never buy anything because money has to circulate. I also want you to buy my services. So that's not, you buying anything is not my complaint here. But it's you buying things mindlessly. It's you consuming things mindlessly. It's you not asking yourself why you do the things you do. It's you wasting your organs. It's you building an empire you will never live in. You won't even get to enjoy the woman you've been chasing because you'll be too sick. Other men will sleep with her because you can't. Why am I getting angry even? It's very disheartening. We do silly things just to
trim, color, make the vision glow. Stanley Mitch will teach you how to
sometimes the best way to blend is to not blend. This is the before, this is the after.
masters, watch your skills grow. Hit that play button, let the magic flow.
This is the before, this is the after. The other one, I'm just showing you the transformations we've made in 2094. Even when I'm not talking during the live streams, I always follow this whole process over and over again. I'll always finish with a before and after so that you can see the journey, the differences we've made. This is the before, this is the after. It's been cropped great distance, but we can always crop it tighter if we decide. And then lastly, what is 94, 34? That's the shot. And now lastly, this is 9435, 94, 35, and this is the before, this is the after. I cannot edit anymore. I need to sleep because I have few bookings in the morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following. If there's a part you've not understood, you can always inbox me and ask. When I'm creating the next video, I'll remember to address that. If you have a question, a topic you'd like us to discuss as though we are doing a podcast in our next live stream, just ask it. When I come online, we are going to have that conversation. Thank you for being here. If you've not subscribed yet, please subscribe. If you have not liked the video, please like. Share the video with some people you think would benefit from this kind of information. And please take good care of your life. We need you alive tomorrow. Two are better than one. I cannot shoot everybody, not even individually. So if you die as my fellow photographer, who will serve everybody else? I cannot be both at studio and at a wedding. So if you die tomorrow, who is going to go to those weddings and bring us work to edit? Just be alive, man, and get kids and bring up another version of yourself. And by get kids, I also mean give back to ideas and visions. Chase your visions. Bring forth your dreams. Build companies. Those will be your kids that will also benefit from in future. With those many remarks, my name is Stanley Mitch. Adios. We'll see you in the next one. If you like my background music, tell me about it. Tell me which one, so that I'll always play the right one all the time.